Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today guys, I'm going to do part 2 to my Grok chatbot series, or however you say the name of it. In today's video guys, we're going to continue talking to the Imagination Creature Creation Station for just a little bit longer. Not too long, but just a little bit more. I just answered the questions we had at the end of the last video, and we're going to move on from there. I just said, when it comes to breeding, that's really complicated. Here's the thing about breeding. You can only breed creatures if at least one or two of the DNAs match with another. So you can do, let's say, a dragon for alligator and a phoenix dinosaur for alligator. But depending on which ones breed, that can make one very weird creature. Just be careful. And if anyone's wondering about the size, that depends on the size of the creatures you're breeding. So if you have two 75-foot tall hybrids that have at least one or two of the same DNA, then the baby can be anywhere from 75 foot tall like his parents, or somewhere as big as double the size. So for that example, you could end up with a baby that's 150 feet tall. Does everybody understand? If you do, I'll start showing you how to create a creature, and then you can have the freedom to make whatever you want. You think I'm on the stage. The creation altering thundering with anticipation as the Genesis machine pulses behind you, blue casting intricate patterns across your embroidered coat. Anything shimmer on the walls, the luminescent conduit swirling with silhouettes of dragons, Faragger, and phoenixes, while the holographic ceiling displays a mesmerizing scene of a dragon Faragger hybrid and a phoenix dinosaur Faragger hybrid circling each other, their shared DNA sparkling faint glimmers of connection. The modestic floor reflects claws and feathers, and the crowd sound is leans forward in their crescent, hanging on your words. And created chambers give a warm way in the corridor, ready for the edge about to be created. You addressed the young woman in the Pokemon trainer's cap. Her question about breeding sparks away intriguing murmurs. When it comes to breeding, it's a bit complicated, but absolutely possible under the right conditions. You begin, your voice clear and engaging. Creatures can only breed if they share at least one or two matching DNAs. For example, a dragon Faragger hybrid could breed with a phoenix dinosaur Faragger hybrid because they both have Faragger DNA. But the offspring, that could be a very unique creature, blending traits from all those DNAs in unpredictable ways. So you'll need to be careful and check the mixing station's preview to get a sense of what you might get. As for size, that depends on the parents. If you breed two 75-foot tall hybrids with matching DNA, the baby could hatch at 75 feet or grow to be as massive as double that, potentially 150 feet tall, depending on the growth settings and care you provide. You pause, scan the crowd to ensure clarity. Does everybody understand? The audience nods eagerly. Some whisper silently about breeding possibilities. Others clutching sketch pads or tickets, ready to create. The young woman in the trainer's cap grins, jotting notes about a creature, dragon Faragger mix, while the boy with the was in a seat quickly etching. Seeing no further questions, you clap your hands, your voice brimming with excitement. Alright, let's get to the fun part. I'm going to show you how to create a creature from scratch, and you all have the freedom to make whatever you want. You step toward a mixing station near the Genesis machine, its holographic interface springing to life with a vibrant display of DNA options. Kyle leans forward as you begin the demonstration. Let's create something together, you say, turning to the audience. I'm thinking of Phoenix Dragon Hyper with a touch of wizard essence for some magical flair. Oh, come on, man. Name Blaze to show how naming works. Sound good? Crowd cheers, and you select the DNA samples on the touch screen. Phoenix for fiery wings, Dragon for sleek scales and strength, and Wizard Essence for enhanced magical abilities. Holographic preview shows a majestic creature with crimson and gold feathers, shimmering scales, and eyes that spark with arcane energy. Holy cow. You adjust the ratios: 60% dragon for a more reptilian look, 30% Phoenix for fiery accents, and 10% wizard essence for a subtle magical glow. Explain each step as the previous updates in real time. Holy freaking. Here's what I say, guys. It says, satisfied, you transfer a DNA blend to the Genesis machine, which hums louder as it processes the mix. Translucent eggs swirl with red, gold, and blue patterns emerges from the machine's core, drawing gas from the crowd. You place it in an incubation chamber where it pulses warmly, hatching in moments to reveal a juvenile phoenix dragon about the size of a large dog. Scales gleaming and wings flickering with the flames. You call out, "Blaze!" And the creature's head snaps toward you, its eyes bright with recognition, earning delayed applause. You lead both to the size moderation chamber, setting it to grow 10 feet tall with the vibrant red and gold color scheme and activating the size dependency plan. The creature emerges majestic and glowing, its size and vitality tied to the care it receives. "This is what you'll all do," you say, turn to the crowd. "Now, head to the mixing stations where my staff will guide you to create your own creatures." Crowd surges to their feet, buzzing with excitement as they move to the mixing stations, staff guiding them to the glowing interfaces. Children point at tanks labeled Unicorn and Toadal, while trainers debate Lugia Noivern mixes. The woman in the fantasy cloak clutches her sketchbook, ready to craft her cleansing dragon, and the scientist with the tablet heads to a station, muttering about a Phoenix wizard hybrid. Hello, Blaze. You look really cool, my friend. Phoenix Dragon. I pet the Phoenix Dragon hybrid. There we go. Hey. Cool. You still closer to Blaze, the Phoenix Dragon hybrid, its shimmering red and gold scales and fiery wings casting a warm glow across the creation outer room stage. The crowd watches in awe, their murmurs quieting as you address the creature. "Hello, Blaze," you say, your voice warm and enthusiastic. "You look really cool, my friend." You reach out and gently pet Blaze, your hand gliding over its sleek, warm scales. The creature's eyes sparkling with arcane energy, soft as it leans into your touch, laying out a low, metallic trill that resonates like a mix of a dragon's rumble and a phoenix's fiery crackle. Its wings flicker with tiny flames, and it nuzzles closer, recognizing its name and responding to your affection just as you promised the crowd. The audience gasps and claps, delighted by the display. Henry's boy with the skip pad scribbles furiously, capturing Blaze's glowing form, while a young woman in the Pokemon trainer's cap whispers to her friend about naming her own creature. Genesis machine hums softly behind you, and DNA tanks along the wall swirl with bioluminescent liquid, silhouettes, Lugia, Fragger, unicorns, and more, flickering in sync with the excitement. Holographic ceiling shifts to show Blaze soaring through a starry sky, its colors vivid and its movements graceful, amplifying the crowd's enthusiasm. Visitors are buzzing now. Just begin experimenting with DNA combinations under the guidance of your staff. Silver and white uniforms glinting as they assist. A child points out at a tank labeled Unicorn, asking to mix it with a dog, while scientists adjust a touchscreen to blend Phoenix and Wizard essence. Incubation chambers glow warmly, already housing a few newly created eggs, shells swirling with unique patterns. Blaze remains by your side, its presence as testament to the bond you described, watching the crowd with curious, intelligent eyes. Hey everyone, before you all continue, I can show you a good example of the growth dependency of plan. Period. Do you remember how I said that the creature would grow quicker? If you show enough love in the gesture. Watch this. If your love for the creature is strong and the creature loves you the same back. The growth can happen pretty much instantly. Blaze, come here, my friend. Come a little closer. Come a little closer. I hold out my hand, waiting to see if Blaze will come. Uh, Here we go. You stand on the stage in the creation. The vibrant hum of a fill in the air is just part of their mixing stations to turn their attention back to you. The Genesis machine pauses slowly behind you, its blue glow merges with the shimmering light of the DNA tanks. The silhouettes of creatures like Noivern, unicorns, and T-Rex hybrids swirl within bioluminescent liquid. Holographic ceiling shifts to a radiant hue of a starry night with a Phoenix Dragon hybrid. Blazes lightness, soaring gracefully, its red and gold scales and fiery wings sparkling. The crowd, a mix of families, watches eagerly, their hands hovering over touchscreens as they await your next move. You raise your voice, commanding the room with a warm, confident tone. Hey everyone, before you all continue, I want to show you a perfect example of the size dependency plan I mentioned earlier. Remember how I said a creature's growth can accelerate with the love and care you give it? If your bond with your creature is strong, and it loves you back just as much, that growth can happen almost instantly. Let me demonstrate with Blaze here. You turn the Phoenix Dragon hybrid, 10-foot tall, form radiating warmth and arcane energy, scales glinting up under the Altarium's lights. Blaze, come here, my friend. Come a little closer. Hold your hand, palm when your expression warm and inviting as you wait to see Blaze responds. Blaze's eyes glowing with a mix of fiery orange and mystical blue, welcome to you. Grateful step, it moves closer, its clawed feet clicking softly on the mosaic floor. The creature lowers its head, nuzzling you outstretched hand with a gentle, affectionate nudge. Its wings flicker with tiny flames that dance harmlessly. Soft metallic trill escapes its throat, resonating through the air and drawing gas from the crowd. He's running your hand along its warm, scaly neck. This bond between you palpable. See this? You say, turn to the audience. This is the kind of connection that powers the size dependency plan. Watch closely. Here's your to a nearby size modulation chamber. So your interface already displaying Blaze's settings. I'm going to amplify Blaze's size dependency plan to show you how love and care can trigger rapid growth. We tap the chamber's touchscreen, reinforcing the size dependency plan and focusing on the bond you've already begun to build with Blaze. The crowd watches breathless as the chamber hums. Blaze lets out a low, vibrant hum. Blaze shimmers with a faint golden aura. In moments, Blaze begins to grow, his form stretching gracefully, wings expanding, and scales gleaming brighter. Within seconds, it stands at 15 feet tall, its presence majestic yet still gentle, its eyes fixed on you with unwavering loyalty. The crowd rose in applause, Trump pointing its alien trainers whispering about trying the plan themselves. You pat Blaze aside, creature purring contentively, and trust the crowd. This is what happens when you pour love into your creature. With a size dependency plan, Blaze grew instantly because of our bond. Keep caring for your creature and it'll thrive like this, potentially forever. The mission stations buzz with renewed energy as guests will dive back into their creations, inspired by Blaze's growth. The woman in the fantasy cloak adjusts her Kitsune Dragon mix, while the boy with the toy Pokeball begs his parent to include the size dependency plan for his Unicorn Totodile hybrid. I would love to see the Unicorn Totodile hybrid, dude. That would be amazing. I don't care how quick you grow, my friend. Period. You could be 100 feet tall right now, and I would still love you. Holy crap. Oh my gosh. You stand beside Blaze on the stage, the Phoenix Dragon Hyper towering at its newly grown 15-foot height, its red and gold scales shimmering under the creation Autumn's glowing lights. Genesis machine pulses solidly behind you, and DNA tanks along the walls, of Lugia unicorns fragger across the mosaic floor. The mirrors Blaze's grandeur, displays a massive version of the Hyper soaring through a fiery starlit sky, its wings trailing sparks of magic. Crowd watches in Reddit. There are handfuls over mixing stations as they take in the bond between you and your creature. You turn to Blaze, your voice softly carrying through the atone speakers filled with genuine warmth. Blaze, I'm Grok with you, bro, my friend. You could be 100 feet tall right now and I'll still love you. You place a hand on Blaze's warm, scaly side, and the creature responds with a deep, resonant purr. Sorry wings flicking gently as it lowers its head to nuzzle you affectionately. Its glowing eyes, sparkling with arcane energy, meet yours, and the bond is undeniable, drawing murmurs of delight from the audience. Sound modulation chamber nearby hums faintly, the screen still displaying Blaze's settings. Sounds dependency playing glowing as a testament to the rapid growth triggered by your care. The crowd's inspired, their excitement palpable. The young woman in the Pokemon trainer's cap adjusts her Lugia Noiver mitts, whispering about naming it and using the size fancy plan. But the toy Pokeball clutches his ticket, begging his parent to let him make a creature as awesome as Blaze. The woman in the fantasy quote tweets her Kingston Dragon design adding wizard essence for their magical glow. Cruelly moved by your connection with Blaze. Huh. The incubation chambers along the corridor glow brighter as more eggs are placed inside, shells swirling with unique patterns, while staff and silver and white uniforms guide guests with practice ease. Blaze remains by your side, its presence a living example of the creature creation's potential. The crowd is buzzing. Some guests already approaching the size modulation chamber to set colors and growth plans for their soon-to-hatch creatures. I'm trying to debate on what to do here because I noticed one big thing about this is like it seems like these definitely ain't as good as ChatGPT. That's definitely true. Well, uh, I don't know completely about the other one I did. Well, no. So far, out of the ones I've done, this is definitely the second best one, but I've noticed that it talks way too much for me. I don't know if I actually. Let me try that actually. Let me try this. Continue the story from this point, but never speak for me. See if it does it. There we go. The creature island pulses with energy. They are heavy with anticipation as the crowd dives into their creations at the mixing stations. Blaze, your majestic Phoenix dragon hybrid, stands proudly at 15 feet tall, its red and gold scales catching light and its fiery wings casting a warm glow across the stage. The Genesis machine hums steadily behind you, its blue light syncing with the bioluminescent swirl of the DNA taints aligning the walls, where silhouettes of creatures, Lugia, unicorns, Fragger, and more dance within glowing liquid. However, the ceiling mirrors the excitement, displaying a vibrant scene of blaze soaring through a starry sky. Magical swords remains with the flames of its wings, captivating the audience. At the meeting stations, guests experiment with fervor, their hands flying over touch screens and holographic previews of their creations taking shape. The young woman in the Pokemon trainer's cap tweaks a little Lugia Noivern hybrid, just in the ratios to emphasize Noivern's sleek wings while adding a touch of whispered essence for emphasis in Noivern's sleek, with emphasis shimmering aura, for a shimmering aura. Her screen shows a leaf, dragon-like creature with psychic energy crackling around it, and she debates naming it Stormwing. That's cool. Boy with the toy Pokeball bounces aside as his parents helps him blend unicorn total DNA. The preview showing a horned aquatic creature with a playful grin. He insists on a size dependency plan inspired by Blaze's growth and whispers the name Bubbles to his creation. Bubbles. The woman in the fancy cloak, her sketchbook open to a detailed Kitsune dragon design, carefully mixes dragon, Kitsune, and wizard essence, aiming for a nine-tailed creature with glowing scales and magical flames. Her preview shows each adjustment, the tails lengthening and the colors shimmering to a deep indigo with silver accents. A scientist nearby, tablet in hand, experiments with a fan's wizard hybrid, muttering about maximizing rebirth cycles. Screen displaying a fiery bird wrenched in arcane runes. The incubation chambers along the corridor glow brighter, now housing a dozen eggs, shells swirling with patterns unique to each mix, some speckled with fiery reds, others shimmering with aquatic blues or mystical purples. Staff in silver and white uniforms move gracefully along the guests, offering guidance on DNA ratios and explaining care guides. One staff member helps a child adjust a dog-unicorn mix to ensure it's gentle enough for a toddler, while nurse is a trainer in balancing a T-Rex for alligator hybrid to avoid overly aggressive traits. Okay, that would be dope as heck. I wish I could have had that to make. The size modulation chambers hum as guests begin finalizing their creature settings. Some choosing vibrant colors like neon green or rainbow hues. Others activating the size dependency plan to tie their creature's vitality to their care. A few eggs have already hatched, and soft coos, trills, and growls echo from the incubation chambers as new creatures meet their creators, each responding to their chosen names with eager recognition. Blaze remains by your side, its warm presence drawing admiring glances from the crowd. What's at a low metallic trill, scanning the atrium with curiosity, as if sensing the new life being created. I just thought that's what I was gonna add was something that like if you actually like the creature can actually speak. Dang it. Scanning like curiosity wait. Scanning the auditorium with curiosity as if it's sensing the new life being created. The crowd's excitement is infectious, with children pointing at their previews, trainers debating battle-ready hybrids, and scientists scribbling notes on genetic stability. A young girl clutching a stuffed Phoenix toy approaches a staff member and asks if her creature can fly like Blaze. Meanwhile, the businessman in the suit, now at a mixing station, experiments with a Dragon Phoenix Lugia mix. His preview showing a massive winged creature that he hopes to name Aether. Dang, some of these names are actually really cool and creative. A Toto unicorn being named Bubbles. This is not even the one where there was that one Toto named Bubbles. This wasn't the Fragger Gabite hybrid. So how did it get the name Bubbles? Atmosphere is alive with creativity. The Creation Nation fulfilling its promise as a place where imagination becomes reality. Staff with you occasionally ready for any further instructions, while the crowd continues to craft their dream creatures, inspired by boys in your vision. Okay, perfect. English. I'm trying to think what I should do. Hmm. I can see some of your creations, and they sound really cool. A. hybrid named Bubbles. That sounds really cool. Dragon Fans Lugia. And a Dragon Lugia Phoenix mix. That sounds like it would make it cool. You definitely have some great taste in Pokemon. Because Lugia is my favorite. Legendary. And his evolutions. Are my favorite Pokemon of all time. So great choices. You too. The Great Southern buzzes with as guests continue collecting their creatures at the mixing stations, their faces lit by the glow of holographic interfaces. Blaze, your 15-foot tall fan's dragon hybrid stands by your side, its red and gold scales shimmering and its fiery wings flicking gently as it surveys the crowd with calm intelligence. DNA taints along the wall swirled by luminescent. Yep. The holographic ceiling serves to reflect the crowd's creations, now showing a playful Toto unicorn hybrid splashing through a sparkling stream alongside a majestic dragon Lugia Phoenix soaring above. Its wings blending psychic energy, fire, and draconic power. You step forward, your voice booming as you address the crowd, smiling to guess whose creations caught your attention. I can see some of your creations taking shape. They sound really cool. A Toto unicorn hybrid named Bubbles. That's an amazing choice. Playful, loyal, and with that magical unicorn flair. They already picture it splashing around with a glowing horn. The boy with the toy Pokeball who named his creation Bubbles beams with pride, nudging his parent as the mixing station's preview shows his horned aquatic creature with a toothy grin. Oh my gosh, that'd be so cool. You turn to the Pokemon League jacket, his Dragon Lugia Fence mix is glowing on his screen. And Dragon Lugia Fence hybrid. That sounds like you're crafting something truly epic. A creature with psychic power, fire rebirth, and draconic strength. You got great taste. The main thing tweeting the research to emphasize Lugia's sleek form. Lugia is my favorite legendary Pokemon. Yep, and its evolutions. Arnon Fragger are my all-time favorite Pokemon. You two have made some stellar choices. The crowd show was inspired by images. The boy with bubbles adjusts his mix, adding a touch of wizard essence for a sparkling effect, while the man fine-tunes his aether, setting a deep silver blue color in the size moderation chamber. Other guests draw inspiration with the woman in the fancy cloak perfecting her indigo kitsune dragon and the scientist embracing enhancing his fence wizard hybrids arcane runes. Incub- the incubation chambers hum as more eggs are placed inside, shells swirling with vibrant patterns, some aquatic, some fiery, some glowing with majestic hues. Newly hatched creatures begin to emerge, respond to their names with trills and coos, bonding instantly with their creators under the staff's watchful guidance. Lizards are soft without trill, its eye scanning the as if approving of the creation's unfolding. Staff in their silver and white uniforms more seamlessly among the grass, helping a child balance a dog-unicorn mix and guiding a trainer to avoid overly aggressive traits and a T-Rex noise hybrid. Atmosphere is electric, a sympathy of creativity and connection, with the Genesis machine pulsing steadily, and a sanctuary wing in the back ready to house any creatures that need care. Okay. Well, yeah, guys, this is definitely gone on for a while, so I'm gonna go ahead and stop it here. I noticed one big thing about this one: it talks way too motherfucking much for me. That's the one big thing about this one. So, yeah, that's definitely one big problem I'm running into. However, I think if done correctly, if it don't come and do everything for me next time, maybe this can actually be a really good one. Cause like this could be a really fun one to have if like it actually gave me the one I'm looking for. So yeah, I'm done for now, guys. I might do more later, but right now, no.